Good afternoon from a cold, wet Bermondsey. We are the Greasy Spoon Fellas, Michael Arry and Harry Cooper. We are joined with the West Ham shirt-wearing half-marathon runner, Jamie Pearce, and new radio star, one half of Achtung Millwall, Nick Hart. Afternoon, gentlemen.
Afternoon. Just to let all the viewers know, these Greasy Spoon Fellas are very greasy indeed. In their flesh.
Well, let's begin. No, so then we'll just start it off from where it all began. Obviously, it's always best to start at the beginning. So we all know what's happened with Isla and the treatment she's going through. How did you decide to, get involved the way you did? Because instead of just, maybe raising a few quid here and there, but actually really get involved as you have.
You first, I suppose, come from
the story caught my eye online. I think anyone that reads the story, your heart can't help but go out to the family concerned. Yes, it's a West Ham family, so we all know the history of Millwall Football Club and the hostilities with West Ham traditionally. But sometimes football's bigger than things are bigger than football. Let's put it that way. So to read the story of young Isla, very similar to Bradley Lowry, also caught a lot of publicity, sadly. I just thought, well, what can we do? So there was this walk for Isla that is being put together by a group of West Ham fans, which is a walk, in my case, a 9-mile walk from the West Ham training ground in Chadwell Heath to the London Stadium. I live over that side of the water anyway. I thought, well, that's a 9-mile walk. It's not the hugest thing for me, but I thought maybe it'll catch some attention. My initial plan was to put a target of £1,000 online. I thought that'd be quite a stretch to get it in the time between. It's about February when I put my name into the hat, and April when the walk takes place, and I achieved £1,000 inside 2 days. So clearly, it just, I don't know about Jamie, but it surprised me how much it took hold, and away we went. And now it's 1,700. I've not really done an awful lot to publicise it since. It's achieved that much because you've got this guy here and others that have also been doing fantastic work online. So no, it just captured the imagination. Millwall walking for West Ham. What a better story than that?
Exactly. Yeah, it's brilliant.
It was pretty much the same story, really. I saw the attention that Isla was getting. Got a baby myself, little 7-month-old boy, so it pulls at your heartstrings. And I thought, okay, when I'm running about 5 races this year, it'd be nice to, be able to raise some money in that way. But I thought, running, no one really cares, It's hard enough trying to raise money when you're doing it in general for like marathon charity spots and stuff. So I thought, give it a try, see what I can do for her. And then there's another Millwall fan who's doing the same thing. Well, he's actually gone one better actually, but he's doing really well at raising some money. And I thought, well, that'd be a great way. So I, like you, I didn't think I'd receive that much attention on it really, so I thought I'd receive more abuse than attention, to be honest. And so I set the target as 500 quid because I had a half marathon coming up quite soon. I thought, well, £500 would be great, and like you, achieved that in like 2 days, which was insane. So did that. By the time I got to the start line, I was £38 away from £1,000. And the tweet I put out just before starting with the shirt on achieved so much attention and awareness, and raised another 270 quid in the space of me starting the race and finishing it. So yeah, I'm now up to 1,500 quid. Now doubled the target again to £3,000, and so going to try and push out some more incentives ahead of Brighton, where I'll be wearing it again.
So you're down there, aren't you?
Yeah, so, you running Brighton? Yeah. Oh, brilliant.
So you're down there,
So look after me then, in this shirt. That was pretty much it, just to try and help her out. I thought £500 would be enough. It's a small drop in a large ocean, but it was something. So, I've achieved 3 times that so far, and hopefully it will continue to grow.
Yeah, done brilliant. Well done. Well done.
I do know that the family's appreciative. I mean, I met,
of course,
I met Michael. I think
I did as well.
Week, didn't you? And the family are hugely appreciative. Of course, it's taken everyone by surprise. This whole storyline of Millwall assisting West Ham. What a great hook. I think that's what's captured we got some publicity in the press.
Yeah.
Fantastic. People love that kind of story.
Yeah.
Rightly so.
How was or is now was the training? Was it as hard as when my mate Sandra went training for the Greasy Spoon Fellas for pre-season?
Yes, Arry. Viewers haven't got a clue what you're talking about, but anyway.
Sandra used to play in the reserve 1973 Greasy Spoon South East London Cantons, and she always tells us how our pre-season used to be. I don't know why you're laughing. She was only telling us the other day because she knew about the interview. So I was just wondering how hard the training was.
It will be. I haven't started yet. I'm planning to start some training soon. I want to get back into running. I've got a half marathon lined up later in the year, so I have to at least start to get jogging again. I haven't done anything yet. So my plan is over now the morning's getting lighter, get out in the mornings, do some training then on a serious, give it a serious answer. I mean my training's ahead of me. This chap's been there, done it under 2 hours.
Just under,
which is mad. I call if I can do that in 3 hours, I call that. That's my personal best, 3 hours. So well done for coming under 2, mate. That's
Cheers.
incredible.
Yeah.
So how did yours go then, training wise?
I think I had it easier than Sandra. Certainly had it easier than Sandra.
Where is the Sandra anyway?
I think she's gone with Dave, isn't she? I don't know where she is.
He ain't been seen for ages. Feel home about where he's gone.
It's not been so bad. I think now's the time when it's going to start getting a lot harder. I've got 26 miles to do next month, and
doing the full.
Yeah, I've got Brighton next month, and I'm not quite ready to do a marathon yet, but should be all right.
Yeah.
I've got Brighton and then London, a week apart.
I'm trying to get a spot in London. So to raise more awareness for Isla, because of how much awareness and money was raised on the day of the big half. London being a bigger stage, I'm looking to hopefully achieve the same. So if there's anybody who's got a injury space, I'm happy to take it.
So with your time, like your chip time or your gun time, wasn't it? Was 2 hours 16.
2 hours 16 seconds.
Exactly, yeah. And we're just wondering, that equates to about 1,500 calories. What would you have on a breakfast that would make up the calories that you've lost from running?
Well, I'll tell you what.
Sandra?
Because we've got Sandra, we're going to tweet her in a minute and ask her to get it ready for you.
Well, she can knock this up well. So the next day, I was ill before the race. I was so depleted afterwards. And so Monday morning, I went for the biggest fry up you could get, like double everything.
Double Sandra special, yeah.
Double Sandra special, added onion rings. I don't know why I was having onion rings at like 9 o'clock in the morning, but chuck that on. Yeah, I think I earned it, So so I think that equates to it.
Good.
Obviously, you've both featured recently in the Southwark News, and we know Dave was reading it because he used that to paint the new doors in the CAF. What did you think when you saw your part in the Southwark newspaper?
Well, for me, it's not about me. I don't think it's about you, really, Joe. I mean, it's about generating funds and bringing attention. So to have your picture splashed on the front page of the Southwark News, which was great in one way because that brings the attention. Equally, your face is splashed on the front page of a newspaper, so I'm not necessarily sure that you always want that in this world. I know we live in the Facebook age where your life is public, but you're still all over the front page of a local newspaper. So there's a mixed blessing to that. Everyone knows who you are and what you're doing suddenly.
I mean, I can't quite relate. I didn't really get on the front page. I was like 2 or 3 pages in, so we'll take that. But
above the florist advert.
like just a little column in the corner, need a microscope. It was great. Again, it wasn't the first thing I said was, how are you going to structure this? I don't want it to be about me. No. It's about Isla. And then when I saw the article, I was really happy with it because it was all about Isla and all about how to raise money for her. So that was good. It was fun, and then having the Sun as well publish something, and then I was on TalkSport Live as well earlier in the week, which was quite fun. It's just been really good to be able to just share Isla's story, and people react with it in the way of going, oh, okay, this is for Isla, and then donating.
Absolutely. It's a great story. It brings the best of the club out, which is what we should all be in favour of.
Of course. So you've got your walk coming up, as we've discussed.
April.
So a lot of people, when they do these sort of things, they have like a Lucasade or a Powerade or a Gatorade. Will you have a Builder Strength tea or a Bovril?
Well, Bovril is probably the best bet, isn't it? One of the things you're supposed to do on this walk is you're supposed to check into a place called the Bowling Arms, which is a fearsome pub just outside the old West Ham football ground. I've never been in there, but apparently this part of the walk is that you stop off for a beer in the Bowling Arms. So I'll announce it on this show. The highest bidder Whoever wants to bid highest, I'm trying to imitate some of these other chaps. If you want to bid for me to wear a Millwall shirt on the walk and go into the Bowling Arms and have a beer wearing a Millwall shirt, which I don't think has ever been done before, make your bid the highest bid on the highest donation on the Isla page.
And this is an exclusive.
If it's big enough, I'll do it.
And this is an exclusive for the Greasy Spoon Fellas.
Exclusive for the Greasy Spoon Fellas. So if the bid is big enough, I'll wear a Millwall shirt on this walk.
Yeah. Bid. Not you, cameraman.
Donate. Biggest donation, not bid. You know what I mean.
Donation.
You know what I mean.
Yeah. So we, it seems really, really good that all the football fans got together in West Ham, because we were saying last time we saw something like this was when Sandra tried to raise awareness of how good, like hearty, full English breakfast was, because we remember we were saying, weren't we, the East London Greasy Spoon football team, Inter, my ham and eggs, really got behind her.
Yeah.
So it's good to see that everyone's got together, I think, as well.
Last time we had donations like this, viewers, was with West Ham were donating kung fu lessons in 2009. We went on a Monday night.
Yeah.
Free kung fu lessons.
So you obviously both probably watch Match of the Day regularly, but what is your soup of the day?
Soup of the day. Cream of tomato. There's no other soup in town. Heinz cream of tomato.
Because she's looking at getting in the soup game.
Tell her to get cream of tomato, but no cheap gear.
No
Heinz,
Asda brand.
Heinz.
Jamie?
It's got to be a minestrone for me.
So, we were saying as well about, like with your strategies and everything like that, most people before they
My strategy on the walk is put one foot in front of the
There
other.
you go, yeah.
And keep doing it.
But most people have like a caffeine gel or no, they do, or an espresso. Harry did a 5k recently, and he had a triple venti half sweet non-fat caramel macchiato with glazed.
That's one does, Arry.
So will you be looking at doing something like that for your upcoming events? Bit of caffeine to boost you over the line?
Probably go for a gold blend, milk and one sugar. Normally does me. What about you, Jack?
I am the energy gel wanker, so
Energy gel.
so just don't slip over me empty packets, all right?
Slide along in right. Oh dear. Look, how do I get involved in this?
Nick, will you be live recording your walk for Achtung?
Yeah, I plan to do some stuff along the way. I'm hoping to get to speak to a few people, obviously, as we walk along. I'm hoping to see the local landmarks, the Bobby Moore statue, the World Cup statue, the flat space that is now the bowling ground, and obviously a beer inside the pub, which is going to be my main experience. And I will be doing something along
Just
the way.
make sure you live record the
Yeah, it'll be the end of me, so it's a big great working with you fellas.
So, Jamie, what's been more painful? Hitting the wall when running, or watching Mill take a free kick and then hit the wall?
I think the moment before me will take the free kick.
Knowing we're not going to score it.
So yeah, definitely Millwall hitting a wall.
Yeah.
I think more painful is watching Jordan Archer trying to keep the ball out of the ball coming in the other way.
Or him call for the ball and then step back to the goal line.
We love you, Jordan.
Did you enjoy your half marathon, or do you prefer them now that they're called Snickers?
They're certainly off the size now, aren't they? No, do you know what? It was probably the best race I've taken part in. I think purely because of the banter that was going on.
I can imagine.
I was saying earlier in the week that I had one West Ham fan at the finish line shout out to me, go on you hammers. So at that point, I'm at the end, I've just spun round, I'm Millwall. To which the reply was, "Oh, sorry, Jay." Not only did they know who I was, they're actually apologising for chanting their own team. So if I've achieved anything in this, it's making them feel bad for cheering.
It's weird the amount of West Ham followers you get on Twitter. I mean, it's just strange, the whole thing.
Yeah, I've been
good odd, but odd.
I've been considered a legend countless times by West Ham, and legendary status by West Ham was not quite the legacy I was after. But there you go.
So more importantly, most final question we always ask everyone: will you join, and will you leave Acton and join the Greasy Spoon Fellas?
No, I'm always available. My fees are very, very cheap.
I'll check the picture.
An energy gel, a latte with macchiato sprinkled on the top of it.
Listen, as long as there's a coffee and some energy gels there, mate, I'm there all the way. Throw in the soup and we're there.
And we're finished going to find out what energy gel is.
Well, thank you, Nick. Thank you,
You're welcome,
Jamie.
chaps.
We are the
Cheers,
Greasy Spoon Fellas. Arrivederci Millwall.
If you enjoyed that video, why not watch another one? Click the video choices on screen now to get on watching in full. Don't forget to subscribe, click on our logo there on the left and press subscribe. Easy.